रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी वयस्सिर ली अमरी वाहलुल उक़्दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली रब्बी ज़िदनी इल्मा। O my Allah, increase in my knowledge. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today is our first lecture of chapter number 1, measurements, and I am your teacher Sidra Farooq. So for the contents of chapter number 1 which we are dealing today, number 1 is introduction to measurements. Next, physical quantities. We will discuss these physical quantities in detail with all its types. International System of Units, SI units. And last one, scientific notation or standard form. Introduction. Physics deals with the study of matter and energy and the relationship between them. The study of physics involves investigating such things as the laws of motion, the structure of space and time, the nature and type of forces that hold different materials together, the interaction between different particles, the interaction of electromagnetic radiation with matter, and so on. So basically, physics is a wide subject that covers the interaction of matter and energy. Also, the interaction of electromagnetic radiations. Electro means current, electron, and magnetic means the magnetic behaviors due to that current. So it's a wide subject. Scope and importance of physics. As we know that it is very important to deal with physics. The overlapping of physics and other fields give birth to new branches such as physical chemistry, biophysics, astrophysics, health physics, and many more. Physics also plays an important role in the development of technology and engineering. The computer networks are products of chips developed from the basic ideas of physics. The chips are made from silicon. Silicon can be obtained from sand. Now take a look at some branches of physics. There are two main types of physics as classical and modern physics. So further in classical physics there is mechanics, another branch of physics, statics and dynamics is further divided into kinematics and kinetics. Next branch of physics is thermodynamic and kinetic theory of gases. Then optics. Optics means in which we are dealing with light and its interaction. Electricity and magnetism. Acoustics. Acoustics means a branch of physics that deal with sounds. Astrophysics and relativity. Now for the modern physics. Quantum physics, non-relativistic mode as well as relativistic mode. Atomic physics, nuclear physics, molecular physics, high energy physics, condensed matter physics. Physical quantities. A physical quantity is any physical property that can be quantified, that is, can be measured using numbers. Physical quantities are divided into base quantities, are fundamental physical quantities that are not defined in terms of other physical quantities and upon which other physical quantities are derived. So all Other quantities can be derived from base quantities. Other quantities are derived quantities that are calculated from two or more measurements. Derived quantities cannot be measured directly, they can only be computed. System International SI unit. This system is built up from three kinds of units: base unit, drive units, and supplementary units. For base units, we all know that there are 7 basic quantities: length, having base unit meter, symbol m, mass kilogram, time second, electric current having unit ampere, temperature Kelvin, amount of substance mole, luminous intensity candela. Drive quantities. Drive quantities, again, they are the combination of base quantities. So this is the table of some of the drive quantities. Area. It has a relationship of length multiplied by length. Mean two base quantities, length multiplied by length, and unit is meter square. Volume, as we know that it is three-dimensional, so length multiplied by length multiplied by length, meter cube. Density, symbol is rho. Mass per unit volume, so formula will be kg per meter cube. Velocity, displacement per unit time, meter per second. Acceleration, velocity per unit time, meter per second square. Force, mass into acceleration, so unit will be kg meter per second square, but it is written as Newton after the name of scientist. Work, force into displacement, so its unit will be Newton meter and it is written as joules. Energy, either it is kinetic energy, potential energy, having same unit of joule, so it's mass into gravity into height, and 1/2 mass into velocity square, but both cases having the same unit of joules. Power, force into displacement per time, or simply it's work per time, and it has a unit of watt. Simply it's basically joules per second and it is represented as watt. Pressure, force per unit area, and it is Newton per meter square, but we also known as Pascal. Now for the third quantity, the type of physical quantity is supplementary units. The General Conference on Weights and Measure has not yet classified certain units of SI under either base units or drive units. The SI units are called supplementary units, which are not the part of base units as well as drive units, so they are known as supplementary units. This class contains only two units of purely geometrical quantities, which are plane angle and solid angle. So basically these are the units of angles, either in two-dimensional or in three-dimensional. This is basically first supplementary unit. A radian is defined as the plane angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc of length equal to radius. It's a definition of radian. We will elaborate this definition in the coming slides. So the physical quantity is plane angle, unit is radian, and symbol is theta, or it can be small r. Steradian is defined as the solid angle subtended at the center of a sphere by an area of its equal to the square of the radius of that sphere. So in simple words, radian is the supplementary unit of two-dimensional plane angle and steradian is the supplementary unit of three-dimensional solid angle. These are the figures of plane angle and solid angle. As you can see that this is a circular portion. So circle is always drawn in two-dimensional 2D, and we are considering a smaller patch in this circular portion, this smaller patch having some arc length equal to its radius. So if this is the radius r, then we are considering an arc length equal to that radius r. If this arc length and this radius are equal to each other, then the angle subtended is known as 1 radian. Next, for the circular portion in three-dimensional known as solid angle. So considering this sphere, again we are considering a smaller patch in this sphere, and we know that when we are cutting a smaller sphere, a smaller patch in sphere, then the patch is not in a circular shape but it is in a conical shape in the form of cone. What is cone? Having a circular sphere, a circular shape and a conical shape as well. Okay, so it has the area of r square and it has the radius of r. So when this type of shape is cut from any sphere, the angle subtended is known as steradian in three-dimensional. Further discussion on radian. It is used to measure plane angle. So again this is the figure where AOA is representing the line that we are considering in our first discussion. After some time we are considering another point OB, and both are having same radius r. Now this is the arc length AB, and this arc length has some condition that it must be equal to r. Then this angle is known as theta 1 radian. As I have told you earlier, that if we are taking a portion out from a spherical shape, then it is not a curve but it is now a conical shape having a circular shape at this side and a cone on the other side. So this area is equal to A is equals to r square, and this is the radius of that circle portion. Then the angle is known as steradian. We will see it in next slide according to its explanation. Now there is a relation between radian and degree from this figure. This is the circular portion, so the angle subtended is known as radian. When this is the angle radian, when this arc length and this radius r are both same. So this arc length AB is directly proportional to theta, or AB is equals to r theta. When we remove the proportionality sign, there is a constant is r. Further, theta is equal to AB upon r. as AB is the arc length. Arc length means small displacement between 2 points. Therefore, theta is equals to S upon R. By putting S over this, we got theta is equals to S upon R. Also, we know that theta is equals to 2 pi R. How theta is equals to 2 pi R? If I am starting moving from this point, and by covering this whole area, this is basically the circumference of circle. So this is equal to 2 pi R. By putting this value in this equation, it will become 2 pi R upon R, and R will cancel from both sides. Then theta is equal to 360 degree. Why 360 degree? Because in a circular portion there are total 360 degrees. Then 360 degrees equals to 2 pi R upon R, and 2 pi is equals to 360 as R is cancelling. Therefore, 1 radian is 360 divided by 2R. Also, after dividing this 360 degree by 2R, we got a value of 57.3 degree. So this is the relation between radian and degree, that 1 radian is equals to 57.3 degrees. Now for steradian, again you are seeing this is a spherical shape, and when we are considering a smaller sphere, smaller portion in that spherical shape, then the angle subtended over here is known as steradian. According to definition of steradian, the angle subtended by a closed sphere at its center is 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square is the area of sphere divided by r square, which is 4 pi. Therefore, any closed surface subtends a solid angle of 4 pi steradian at any of its interior point. Next topic is scientific notation, also known as standard form. Definition will be: numbers are expressed in standard form called scientific notation, which employs power of 10. Means to write the equation or write the value in the form of power of 10 is known as standard form and scientific notation. The internationally accepted practice is that there should be only one non-zero digit left of decimal. Thus the number 134.7 should be written as 1.347 into 10 raised to power 2, because we have shifted this decimal to decimal place. And 0.0023 should be expressed as 2.3 exponent minus 3. Why minus 3? Because we have shifted this decimal up to 3 decimal place. Prefixes. The power of 10 are expressed in particular names are called prefix. Prefix means before a unit we have to write this prefix. 10 raised to power minus 6 is named as micro and 10 raised to power 6 as mega. Use of prefix are used to express very large or very small numbers as multiple of 10. Conventions for indicating units. Use of SI unit requires special care, more particularly in writing prefixes. Following points should be kept in mind while using units. Number 1 convention is: full name of the unit does not begin with the capital letter even if named after a scientist. For example, Newton. The symbol of unit named after a scientist has initial capital letter such as capital N for Newton. The prefix should be written before the unit without any space, such as 1 exponent minus 3 meter is written as 1 millimeter without any space. Standard prefixes are given in the table. A combination of base unit is written each with one space apart. For example, Newton meter must have a space in between them. Compound prefixes are not allowed. For example, microfarad may be written as 1 picofarad. Further conventions like 5 exponent 10 raised to power 4 centimeter may be expressed in scientific notation as 5 exponent 2 meter. Why? This 10 raised to power 4 and this centimeter. Now in centimeter there are 10 raised to power minus 2 meters. So that minus 2 and 4 they cancel out and we are remaining with 10 raised to power 2 meter. When a multiple of a base unit is raised to a power, the power applies to the whole multiple and not to the base unit alone. So 1 kilometer square is basically the power of this kilometer, and kilo means 10 raised to power 3. So it will become 10 raised to power 6 meter square. You can also write it as mega. Okay. Measurement in practical work should be recorded immediately in the most convenient unit. For example, micrometer screw gauge, measurement in millimeter, and mass of calorimeter in grams. But before calculation for the result, all measurements must be converted to appropriate SI units. Always use SI units for final answers. So this is the home task. You don't need to do any more thing for today. You just have to read chapter 1 till page number 5 if books are available with you. If you don't have any book right now, you have to read this slide twice, at least twice. Try to memorize prefixes from table 1.5 on page number 6 in your book. You can also take the prefix table from Google as well and just memorize it. It helps a lot in solving the numericals. This is all for today's lecture. I hope you understand this lecture. If you are feeling any confusion, kindly ask me question on WhatsApp group. I prefer if you ask me question on my personal WhatsApp number because that group does not jumble up with numerous messages. Thanks a lot. Allah Hafiz.